Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Bouncing Back with Brighton. In today's video we've got two away games, one against Bournemouth, the other against Manchester United. But we do have 5 games in the Premier League that we've played in between, so let's go check out and see what has happened. So following on from the 3-0 win against Aston Villa was another 3-0 win away from home against Preston North End, who also got promoted alongside us the same season we did. I think they went up through the playoffs. Harry Wilson got 2, Alvin Ramoli got 1, and it capped off an absolutely brilliant performance. Despite the match stats looking a bit more equal than you might think, I think we definitely deserve the 3 points here, and Harry Wilson has been a revelation this season. Next up was an away draw against Manchester City. Now, obviously, they've got a fantastic side on Football Manager, so to get anything at all that they had against them is absolutely magnificent. But it did look like we were going to get 3 points for quite a while. Harry Wilson gave us the lead in the 21st minute. Daniel Arzani got the goal for Manchester City in the 71st. It was quite an even game, to be honest with you. The match stats did start to favour Manchester City towards the end, and once they did get the equaliser, they really did push on, and I thought we might end up losing after leading for so long, but thankfully we managed to hold on for the point. And then is this result of the season? Quite possibly. At home against Chelsea, we won 2-1. Gravenberch gave us the lead in the 7th minute. Harry Wilson doubled that lead in the 25th, but then he missed a penalty in the 73rd minute, which I thought might have came back to bite us. Kieran Tierney got the goal from left back for Chelsea in the 87th minute, but we managed to hold on and we got the 3 points. And what do you do after you beat one of the best teams in the league? You go away from home against Watford and get beat 2-1. Troy Deeney gave them the lead. Edson Alvarez equalised on the 15th minute. Will Hughes put them back in front only 3 minutes later. And we never looked convincing in this game whatsoever. And finally was another disappointing result, this time at home to Leicester City. Nicolas Lopez gave them the lead in the 4th minute and we just struggled to break them down the entire game until the 85th minute when Tudor Baluta latched onto a pass from Gravenberch and managed to get a goal in the 85th minute to give us the point. And as you can see by the match stats, we completely dominated this game without creating anything, which is always a worry. But this is how the Premier League table looks after that set of fixtures. We currently sit in 6th position on 24 points, 6 wins, 6 draws and 3 defeats with a plus 10 goal difference. I think that's a very, very good start in our first 15 games back in the Premier League. Obviously in the European qualification places as well, which is quite nice, but we are quietly close to the pack in terms of, let's say, from Southampton in 12th, we're only 4 points clear from them, so it could quite easily change if we were to have a bad run of fixtures. But away from home against Bournemouth, who are currently sitting in 9th position, they are likely to come at us with a 4-4-1-1. Callum Wilson is one of the best players on Football Manager, honestly. I think he got top scorer in the Premier League last season for Bournemouth. Yeah, he got 28 goals and 33 starts for Bournemouth in the Premier League last season, and he's already got 10 goals in the Premier League from 15 games, so we're going to have to be at our very best if we're to keep him silenced and keep him off the score sheet. But in terms of our lineup for today, Jack Butland will start in goal. Montoya, Alvarez, Sutar and Reguilon will be our defence. Baluta and Gravenberch in the centre, with Harry Wilson, who has completely overtaken Knockaert. We'll just quickly check his stats. He's started 10 games in the Premier League, scored 8 goals and 3 assists from that right-hand side. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And despite him being a loan player, and the chances are we're never actually going to be able to sign him purely down to his value and the fact he's from Liverpool, I'm going to keep playing him. You can't not play a player who's in the form that he is in. We're not going to start Jack Grealish though. We're going to start Alexis McAllister in that attacking midfield centre role, Alvarado on the left hand side, and Ramoli, who's done okay. 5 goals in 12 games up front. Considering our system doesn't favour the striker, I think that's a pretty decent return in his first 6 months or so at the club. So we'll kick off today's game against Bournemouth away from home. Let's say they are coming at us with the 4-4-1-1. Some interesting players there. David Brooks, Spinazzola, I know he's a decent player from Juventus. Have they signed him permanently? They did. £7 million, not a decent, not a bad bit of business. But he's definitely more of a defensive winger than anything else. Let's kick off and see how things get on. So we kick off, we're shooting from left to right in this first half. 9th place Bournemouth, so getting beat here wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world. They're obviously a decent side. They've been in the Premier League for quite a while now. I'm not sure if Eddie Howe is still the manager, but I would imagine so. considering they haven't been relegated, and unless they were, I can't imagine Bournemouth sacking him. Harry Wilson with the corner here, he plays it in, it's cleared by Luis Fernando, but Callum Wilson was the last man highest up the pitch for Bournemouth, so they couldn't break. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was David Brooks. I'm completely lying here. Callum Wilson knocks it out wide to Luis Fernando on this right-hand side. Gets a ball in. David Brooks is there. And Bournemouth get one of the easiest goals you are likely to see. It's going over to VAR, but it did not look offside to me. Unless there was an infringement at some point before that. But I don't think there was. David Brooks goal review. It's been counted. Callum Wilson does well to hold up the player and find Luis Fernando in space on the right-hand side. And David Brooks completely unmarked in the centre. Who's that? Who is it? Who's number 15? Alvarez. You would expect him to maybe get in between the cross and the man there, but unfortunately he could not do it, and we go down 1-0. 20 minutes in, it has been all quiet since the goal. McAllister drives forward, finds Alvarado in the box. Great save. Who was that? Begovic is still in goal for Bournemouth, so it was him with the save. We go close again with the ball bobbling in the 6-yard box, but could be another opportunity for a Bournemouth break, but it's not going to be. Another highlight now, 27 minutes in. Bournemouth give the ball away from a throw-in. How common is that on Football Manager? We have kept possession nicely for quite a while so far. McAllister gets the ball from Gravenberch, sets away Montoya on the right-hand side. The ball's played in, it's cleared. Only as far as Gravenberch on the edge, and what a strike that was. Tudor Baluta with the assist. Ryan Gravenberch's third goal of the season gets us back level 1-1 inside 29 minutes. As I say, we did keep possession for quite a while. The ball went all the way back to Butland and we managed to build it from the midfield. And Gravenberch, that is an absolutely sensational strike. Couldn't get the block from the defence. Begovic had no chance and it's 1-1. 3 minutes or so to go before half time, and there is another highlight. We've played the ball nicely up to Romoli up top. He sets away Alvarado on the left-hand side, manages to keep the ball in. It falls back to McAllister after the deflected cross. Tudor Baluta now switches the play to Montoya on the right-hand side, and Begovic keeps him out at his near post. Begovic is doing okay for Bournemouth in goal right now. Maybe we can do something from the corner. Harry Wilson to play it in. Back post, Baluta's there. It's headed, oh, it wasn't Baluta, it was Sutar, but Baluta gets on the edge of the second attempt and managed to make it 2-1. His second goal of the season and an assist to his name for today's game. Excellent performance from him so far. Doesn't look like it was Baluta with the assist, Sutar with the assist actually. Bianda won the header for Bournemouth and knocked it back in towards the penalty area, which is a little bit strange, but we'll take it. So our two central midfielders get us out of a losing position and put us in a winning one going into half time. We'll make no changes. Let's kick off for the second half. Resilion's picked up a knock, and unfortunately we don't have Alex Martinez on the bench, so Montoya's going to go left back. Jayden Bogle's going to go right back. Bogle's lost his spot in the team to Montoya for quite a while now. He wasn't playing so well at right back, so I thought bringing in the more experienced head of Montoya and just giving Bogle the game time from the bench might be the better option, and maybe we'll look to improve that area in the January transfer window. But there's another highlight. Bogle, come on mate. Oh, we know he takes two. He always takes two. It's another corner though, so we'll stick with it because we have been quite good from set pieces. And another corner 62 minutes in. Are we going to get our head on this? We do. Romoli hits the crossbar. Probably should be getting that on target and at least making the keeper work. This game is just full of action. 67 minutes in, Luis Fernando gets dispossessed by Sutar. Gravenberch tries to find Romoli, does win the header, but it falls back to Bournemouth's possession. David Brooks coming forward for Bournemouth now. Luis Fernando in the box. He causes all sorts of problems from that right back role. Is he right back or right midfield? Sorry, not right back. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We will look to make a couple of subs. Now the game is progressing. Ryan Gravenberch is having a great game, but actually we will keep him on and we'll get Alexis McAllister off. We'll bring Jack Grealish on in that central midfield role. And Romoli isn't having the greatest game either, so we'll get Dejan Joveljic in his spot up top, see if Joveljic can do anything for us. Another highlight with only 3 minutes to go. It's a throw in deep in Bournemouth's half for themselves. They managed to play it out well and set away Dalbert on the left-hand side. Pellegrini plays through Callum Wilson. We know he's got the pace and the finishing, and he gets there once again. It's going to go to VAR again, but what? Oh, it's offside. Is it offside? It's offside. Cancel that. Callum Wilson's useless. 3 seconds remain, and this will be the final highlight of the game. And there we go. A very big win against Bournemouth away from home. We did make a meal of it at times, but that was an absolutely great performance. You know, nobody was expecting us to beat Bournemouth in that game. They were quite heavy favourites, I think, going into it. And that win sees us stay in 6th position on 27 points. But it is Manchester United coming up next. They are currently sitting 2nd position. We're away from home again. I will see you there. Right, so we're back for today's game against Manchester United. Let's take a quick look at what tactic they might be playing in today's game. A 4-2-3-1. Paulo Dybala. Why have they got him? That's disappointing. £87 million they paid for him in the summer. Jesse Lingard on that right hand side, probably one of the weakest links, although he still looks pretty talented, I've got to say. Idrissa Gueye, Adrien Rabiot, Diego Dalot at right back, who's progressing quite nicely for them. Martinez at centre back, which is a little bit surprising. Don't usually see him at Man United, but there we go. Ben Davies at left back, Marcus Rashford up top. It's going to be a tough game. We all know that. But to be honest, we have played arguably better against the teams which we are less likely to win against than we have against the teams that we are more likely to win against. So anything can happen in this game. We will see how things go. Jack Butland will start in goal for today's game. Montoya, Alvarez, Suter and Martinez and in the defence due to Reguilón being currently injured now for another couple of weeks. Beluta and Gravenberch in the centre. Harry Wilson, Jack Grealish, Alvarado in the attacking mid. No, it won't. McAllister's going in the attacking midfield centre. And Romoli will lead the line. So they do play the expected formation and players. Alexis Sanchez on that left-hand side. 31 years old. He's lost a lot of his physicals, so maybe we can exploit that. Maybe we can't. Let's just see how this game goes. If we get anything out of this match, I will be incredibly happy, but I'm not expecting it. We're shooting from left to right in this first half. Highlight early doors. Harry Wilson with the corner. De Gea claims. I was about to say we're dangerous from corners, but never mind. The highlight continues though, and Rashford's absolutely done Sutar there, and he gets his 11th goal of the season. The assist from Alexis Sanchez. You'll have to take a look at this first touch. I don't know if I was commentating at the time, but yeah, he completely sold. I think it was Sutar. He's just done him, hasn't he? Jack Butland gets a hand to it, but not enough to keep it out the back of the net. 1-0 Man U. Another highlight now. Dybala in an advanced position for Man United goes for goal. Jack Butland manages to keep him out this time. The highlight does continue though with the corner. Jesse Lingard on the edge goes for the strike. Very fortunate bounce to Alexis Sanchez in the box. Rabiot to Ben Davies on the left hand side. Cuts in. Jack Butland with another save. Going to go to a bit more balanced mentality. Things are not going exactly to plan how they did like against Chelsea or Liverpool. So got some work to do in this game. And there we go, half time. Man United 1, Brighton 0. We haven't really seen anything from us so far. Hopefully the second half can give us even just a glimmer of hope. Oh my God. Romoli has just scored a goal straight from kick-off. That's what we like to see. His 8th goal of the season. You will see it during the highlight, the replay here. I wasn't even paying much attention, to be honest with you. Alvarado on the left-hand side finds Romoli in the box. He does the defender here, gets into the box, completely shocking defending that was, by the way, and manages to get us 1-1 straight away in the second half. Come on, lads. 52 minutes in now, and there is another highlight, and once again, Manchester United are in an advanced position. Dybala with the ball in. We managed to get it clear only as far as Dalot. He was completely unmarked there. He had all the time in the world, and thank God it was him taking the strike and not the likes of Marcus Rashford. Dybala with the corner though. Managed to get it clear this time. Can the highlight just end, please? Don't do this. It's another corner. Dybala played in again. Goes all the way through. De Ligt's there. Gravenberch manages to pinch it off him. And this will... Oh, free kick. Diego Dalot. Get him sent off, ref. 55 minutes in. Dybala driving forward for Manchester United. Finding Ben Davies on the left-hand side. And he's played it in. Oh. Thought Marcus Rashford was going to put that in the back of the net. I really did. Ever since our goal, Man United have been all over us, as you can imagine. And Jesse Lingard finds a bit of space in the box. 7th goal of the season. Another assist for Dybala. And he makes it 2-1 to Man United. I'm skipping this. The highlights again coming thick and fast in this game. But unfortunately, it's Manchester United on the attack again. But Sutar does absolutely excellently to pinch the ball from Lingard. And Romoli now, he's going alone. He finds Alvarado in the box, and Alvarado gets his 4th goal of the season, an assist from Alan Romoli. He made that goal. That was his goal. Absolutely fantastic composure by the lad to not just go for goal at the first chance of doing it and finding Alvarado in acres of space. Really, really well played by him. And Alvarado with a very tidy finish makes it 2-2. Come on. kind of wish the highlights would just calm down a little bit, as Sutar gives the ball to Alexis Sanchez, who goes for goal, and that was close. Another highlight now, we have the ball deep in our own half, and I do not like this. Manchester United are closing us down. Jack Butland, do not mess this up, and he didn't. Thank God for that. But come on, lads, please keep possession and drive forward here. McAllister, gives it away. Alvarez, you had all the time in the world there. You won't get challenged at all. And Marcus Rashford, another one, makes it 3-2. 12th goal of the season for him. We're not watching the replay. I don't want to see it. Come on, let me skip. Who have we got on the bench? Jack Grealish can come on for Alex McAllister. Bissouma can come on for Gravenberch in that central midfield role. Alex Martinez is having a poor game at left back, but unfortunately we cannot replace him right now. Jayden Bogle can come on for Martin Montoya, who's having a bad game himself. So that's all our substitutions used with only 20 minutes to go. We'll go attacking just to see if we can maybe do something here. It might be the wrong call. Staying on balance has actually been done us quite well when we've been behind. We might end up going down 4-2 here. Dybala sets Rashford through again for his hat-trick. Jack Butland keeps him out this time. 8 minutes to go in this match, and Jack Grealish is on the ball. He tries to set away Harry Wilson. It was a poor ball, but he keeps it in play. Bogle with the ball in. Who's there? He hits the bar. I think it was Romoli. He could have made it 3-3. Incredibly unfortunate for us there. And Dybala, in the same highlight, sets away Rashford. Butland, what a save that was, son. Yeah, it's end-to-end stuff now, obviously. With us going for it, Manchester United have got the pace up top. It's either going to be 3-3 or 4-2, I think. Only 4 minutes to go in the match, and that is probably going to be it for today's game. Unfortunate to get beat by 3-2 after we'd done so well to get back into drawing positions from getting beat. But unfortunately, it wasn't a beat today. No shame in getting beat by second place Manchester United away from home. That does see us still sit in 6th position. But again, very, very tight pack in the top half to middle table of the Premier League. Looking forward to the next episode. When are we returning? I would really like to play Newcastle and Arsenal. So I think, that's a January transfer window. What do I do? Tell you what, we'll return for Watford. Maybe play through the January transfer window. It sort of depends on what sort of situation we're looking like in terms of funding and in terms of players I want to sign. I might end up doing a couple of episodes during the January transfer window just to give myself enough time to be able to complete them. But whatever happens, I'll see you next time. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.